All right, guys, I just wanted to get this one out again today. Of course, I've only had it for less than a week, I guess, but it's just such a I love the way the thing moves. Such a fun RC to drive. It's unlike anything else I have. The only thing close to it is my MN999, and that's only because it's also large and kind of top heavy, and it rocks and sways the way this thing does in a similar fashion. But I just love the way this thing maneuvers, the way it handles. It's a lot of fun, and just steering it and climbing at the same time there's just a fun aspect in it, because sometimes if you're just climbing something really steep and you're steering, it looks like it wants to tip, but it's not, and it just looks so cool. And just the way it rocks and the way it flexes, it doesn't have tons of flex either. It's just the way that it maneuvers and handles like a real vehicle. That I just really love. I just love that about it so much. And the reason I got this is I love really scale trail trucks, and that was pretty much my purpose of getting this one. And yeah, this thing, it can't rock crawl like my TRX4 can or anything, but it's just so fun trailing. And as you know, my channel, I just love the trail anyway. And of course, I like to crawl and stuff. I crawl my logs down here and stuff a lot, but and I do have a rock pile I go to and get my crawlers out. A really huge rock pile that I climb and crawl on. I need to do some more footage on that. But this thing, I would never take this one there, because this thing, it would just get beat up there at that rock pile. It just couldn't handle it. But down here in these woods, this thing is just, it loves it, and it's a lot of fun to drive. And these Hyrax style, Hyrax clone tires are really excellent. They're not bad at all. These aren't the stock ones. Yes, they look identical to them, but they are the ones that came with these wheels, these wagon style wheels. They're a little softer. They're very soft, actually. They're softer than the stock ones that came with this was. These they feel very similar to Hyrax, real Hyraxes, and they are, to me, they are very similar. Like when I get on the rocks with them, they do. Of course, this one I haven't gone on the rocks, but I have 3 sets of these same tires. And I have 2 sets of the real Hyraxes, and the only thing I noticed is these do wear down a little bit faster than the Hyrax do. But that's about it. It's not a huge difference, especially the cost of them being a third of the cost, if that, a quarter of the cost maybe, is what draws me to them, because they're really excellent for trailing and stuff. They do really good, but good enough for me. But anyway, if you guys like this video, hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. I am running this on 3S, and I do have a driver coming. He's going to be a little bit bigger than Stan Lee is. But of course, I love this Stan Lee figure, so I honestly might leave him in there. I haven't decided yet, but when I get this new figure in, I'll just see. I want to make sure he does fit in there and everything, and if it looks right, I'll shoot a video out with that. But and I do have the big bore shocks on this right now. I got some sticks underneath of it. Wow. Get those out of there. Yeah, those are the I believe they're 70 millimeter. The ones that came on this were like 60 millimeter, but they were friction shocks. They only had a few drops of oil, and didn't really have not enough room for any more oil than that. Now these are just full-on oil shocks, and they work really well. Of course, they have adjustable collars on them, which that really makes a difference. You can really get this thing tune it up, the suspension, just to where about where I like it. So it's flexing really nice. I could use some heavier oil than I got, but I kind of like it because it's allowing it to rock pretty nice, like it was originally with the stock ones, but it just has a little bit more, so it doesn't have that bounce to it had. So it just has that rocking motion I like, and no bounce, and I love that. Anyway, all right guys, enough rambling on. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you guys are doing well. And as always, thank you for everything.